Anthony with Granddaddy Herps, back again with another video. And today's gonna be an awesome video because I'm gonna update you on the first 3 clutches of the season. So the first one is gonna be that Puma clutch that had the shark mouth. Second clutch is gonna be the Black Pastel Enchi Het Desert Ghost to the Pastel Het Desert Ghost. And then the third clutch is gonna be the Pinstripe Desert Ghost to a Het. So I'm gonna show you all those babies. We actually did really good. And then also we're gonna pull a clutch that I've actually been really excited for all season. It's gonna be the Asphalt Blackhead Pastel female, and she was bred to a Blackhead Yellow Belly. So we can get Freeways, Blackhead Freeways, Super Blackhead Freeways, Pastel Freeways, and the combinations of all of that combined. So really excited. She's sitting on a nice clutch of eggs. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we are gonna pull the clutch, and then we're gonna get into showing off the babies. So this is a first-time mom. So let's see how she did. I'm predicting 5-6 eggs. I haven't seen her. Yep, I was right on the money. So it looks like we've got 6 eggs in here, and she is empty. So if you're new, you'll see how she's all sucked in. If she was egg bound, you would clearly see a lump, but she's sucked in from head to tail. So that's a good sign. Really, really excited for this female. Blackhead Asphalt Pastel bred to the Blackhead Yellow Belly. I've already got the Blackhead Yellow Belly male pretty much spoken for. Let me grab him out just so you guys can get another look at him. I hope he got in the shed. I checked on him the other day. Oh, he just got out of shed. But real quick, this is Dad. He's a nice Blackhead Yellow Belly, and I think he's a red gene too. A lot of his babies come out with the red gene, or looking like red gene, and you can see all of the red in here. So I'm very confident he's got the red gene. Little head shy right now, but oh look, she's going back to her egg, so I need to get her off of that before I get bit. And yeah, look, she's already going back to the eggs. What a good mom. Oh, we gotta roll out. So I'm gonna stick her in an empty tub, and we'll get these pulled out and put in here. So I already prepared the tub because I knew she was gonna be laying. So get all this stuff off the bottom, and then we'll set this one here. So nice looking eggs, and looks like I got to them in time. I checked on her yesterday before bed, really late, like around midnight, and she hadn't laid. So she laid sometime today, and I think I can even separate these eggs. They feel really good, but I don't intentionally separate them unless they're on top of each other. So I'll leave them alone so they don't really roll around, and then I'll get the female cleaned up after the video. See if I got any of my forks, which I don't, so I'll have to get that situated later. So awesome. We got, well, while I'm here, let me just do the lines real quick. Or this is clutch 11, so I always write the clutch number on the eggs instead of writing a line on top. So really happy. We got chances at Super Blackhead stuff too, so I'm really pumped up for that. Many of you guys know Blackhead is one of my top favorite genes. So I'm gonna get this in the incubator, and then we'll get right back to showing the animals. Okay guys, so my favorite part of the video, we're gonna show some babies now. So we're gonna start off with the first clutch. Bad news, I've actually got 2 of them that have passed away, and sadly I think one more is gonna be pretty much right behind them. If you remember, this is the shark mouth clutch. Sadly, these things oftentimes they're like 50-50 on whether or not they're gonna thrive or not. So this is a Blackhead Yellow Belly / Spark, and this one has a really small case of shark mouth. At first I didn't think it had it, but then once I looked closer, it clearly had it, which I probably won't be able to show off on the video, but it's definitely got a small case of it. As you can see right there, that little triangle. So this thing I think is gonna thrive. I don't think this is gonna have issues. It'll be an awesome pet for somebody, but you can see still a really beautiful animal. Blackhead Blackhead Yellow Belly or Spark, because the mom was a Puma. So it was a Blackhead Yellow Belly to a Puma. So let's see if this one wants to chill out there. And then the next one is another one. Beautiful example. This one was my favorite. I considered holding this one back. And same thing. At first I thought this didn't have shark mouth, which it almost doesn't. It's very, very subtle. See if the snake will let me do it. But just very, very small amount. You can see a little tiny triangle right there, if the camera will focus on it. How's the camera doing? Is it focusing on it? Yeah. So very, very small, but I would still disclose it if I'm selling. I mean, look at that. Look at that belly. But I'm not going to keep it just because I got a lot of other blackhead stuff, as you can see, coming in the works. So plus I've got some blackhead pied stuff cooking in the incubator. So really, really awesome. It's unfortunate that one of the animals was the Paradox Puma, which I wasn't sure if it was blackhead or not. But the next one I think that's probably not going to make it is this Blackhead Ivory, or at least I believe it to be a Blackhead Ivory. It just looks like it's got some neuro going on, almost like the spider. It just coils up. It is drinking water, but its head looks like it's just like checking out. And the other ones look like that too, which is really unfortunate. Look how purple this animal is. It did have a hard time shedding. I was trying to assist it with shedding and just didn't get really far, and I didn't want to disturb it because this animal is very gentle right now. You know, I don't want to hurt it. I want it to have every chance to live. So if it has a little stuck shed, I'm okay with that. So I believe that to be a Blackhead Ivory, and you can see how thin its head is. It doesn't, I don't think it's gonna make it. I think this last one, it has the best shot of making it because it's really thick. Its head movement is really good. This I believe to be the Blackhead Puma. The head speaks a lot on it, and too bad I don't have the regular Puma that passed away to compare it to. But it had a really different look. It had a lot of those purples, like the Blackhead Ivory, whereas the other one didn't. So I believe this to be, again, the Blackhead Puma. This one's got a pretty, really strong case of the shark mouth though. We'll see how it thrives. Look at that. So I just couldn't imagine that being good for it long term, you know, with potential infection and whatnot. But yeah, they're all like super head shy. They all got, I feel like, a little bit of neuro. Just, you know, the way they coil up around the neck like that. Just see how they twist like that. Just doesn't look right to me. Just doesn't look right. But we're gonna move on. So that is clutch number 1 of the season. Unfortunately, that kind of stuff happens. You just can't beat yourself up over it. You know, it's part of breeding. That's the kind of stuff that some breeders won't show you, but me, I have no problem showing you. So clutch number 2 has actually turned out really cool. I didn't do as good on the odds as I thought with visual Desert Ghost stuff, but this was the Black Pastel Het Desert Ghost, or sorry, Black Pastel Enchi Het Desert Ghost times Pastel Het Desert Ghost. I kept going back and forth as to whether this was a Black Pastel Desert Ghost or not, but I'm thinking it's not. I don't think the dorsal striping is as bright, and I don't think the color is as like gold as I would like it to be for it to be Desert Ghost. So this is going to be a Black Pastel, 66% het for DG, and this animal will be available. I haven't really sexed most of the clutch. This is a male, so he will be available. Let's show you the next animal here. This guy's not gonna stop moving. I'm gonna put him away. So next animal, this is the only one that hasn't shed yet. This one I've actually come up with a nickname for it. I call it Tinky Winky, because Black Pastel is one of those genes that occasionally you'll get some defects. I've seen Juggernaut hatch out some Black Pastels with no eyes or one eye, and I actually got one myself this time around. It's the only defected animal. He's got a really tiny eye on one side, whereas the other side is normal. Let me see what sex this one is, if I can sex it. It's really hard to sex these when they're in shed, really slippery. Oh, it pooped a little bit. I'm gonna leave that alone, but that might be a female. So we got that, and we also got 2 more. So that was a black pewter, and these are 2 more black pewters. Originally in the egg, I got really excited because I thought one of them might have been the Black Pewter Desert Ghost or the Black Pastel Desert Ghost, but it turns out they're both black pewters, pos het for DG. And I really like how busy this one is. It almost has the Blitz look. Blitz will create a lot of these little alien heads. I mean, look at all those little alien heads. They're super cool. And let's see if we can get the sexes on these. But these will be available whether they're male or female. That one's got hemipenes, so that's a male. Let's check this one out. So I love how active they are when they're this little. But let's see here. And looks like we've got a female. I'll resex it later, but the one with a lot of those alien heads, this would be the female. So she's gonna be available. So yeah, we got those two animals there. Now we're gonna go on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. So let's see if I don't get bit here. Just put these two guys away. But we've got two, and I thought one of them might have been Pastel Inchy Desert Ghost because one is definitely much brighter than the other, and I think that could be, one is gonna prove Het DG and the other one may or may not. So these are both Pastel Inchy 66% Het Desert Ghost, and this one is just glowing. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. If I had to bet money on which one would prove, my money would be on this one. This one I thought was a Pastel Inchy Desert Ghost in the egg just because it was so bright. But let's see if we can get the sexes on these. I've got a really awesome line of Inchy that I'm working with. So there's Hemipenes, so this is a male, so he'll be available if you guys want to take your chances to see if you can prove out the DG. And then this one here, this one, this is 50-50 right now. Oh, and it's pooping. I'll have to resex that one later. Or you know what, better yet, let me see if I can get it. Let me clean that off, because I know you guys in the video would want to know. My money is leaning towards a male, although those don't look like hemipenes, those look like horns. I'm actually thinking that this is female, but I'll confirm. If you guys are interested in this one, hit me up and I'll double check it. But I think that might actually be a female, because they didn't look like hemipenes, they look like the little white horns. But I'm going to show you these last two animals, and one is going to be available and one I'm going to be keeping. But these next two are Pastel Inchy Desert Ghost. So I already have Dad, which is a Pastel Inchy Desert Ghost, so I'm not going to be keeping the male. I'm almost positive this one is the male, so this one's going to be available. Yep, this is the male right here. So let me put this guy away. So really clean looking animal, and these things just only get better with age. Just look at that head. With the DGs, the butterfly head stamp normally connects on the back of the eye stripes, so you can see that they connect back here. But every shed, this animal is just gonna glow, and it's never gonna lose that color. And then this is gonna be my holdback, which is a female Pastel Inchy Desert Ghost, and she's just wicked insane. She's got a lot of blushing behind the head, so that almost bleeds all the way through the top of the head. So she came out just absolutely nuts. Really happy with this girl. And I have actually got another one that I held back last year, which I would show off, but she's deep in shed, so wouldn't do her any justice. But this thing's just on a whole nother level with all that blushing. Really happy with the turnout. I was hoping I'd hit a couple more so I can, you know, sell some off. But again, this male is going to be available. Desert Ghost is really hot right now. It's really hard to get your hands on. The prices on them are just going up what feels like every year, because people are finally catching on to the Desert Ghost project. So yeah, you guys want to get in on that before it's too late, honestly. Alright, last clutch is going to be Pinstripe Desert Ghost male to a Het Desert Ghost female. And if you remember that video, I was all bummed out because I wasn't sure I saw any Desert Ghosts, but after seeing everything, I think I actually did hit on quite a few. So we're going to start off with the normal Het Desert Ghost in the clutch. So, and plus I'm going to have to wait for these to shed out. They will get brighter, even the normals will get a little bit brighter. But this is your typical wild type normal ball python. You know, great example. Look at that busy belly. That's cool, ain't it? But these haven't shed yet, so we'll wait and see if, you know, them after they shed. And then the next few I'm going to show you, I believe, are Desert Ghosts. They are much brighter than this one here. So we've got 3 of them. This one I'm a little bit on the fence of whether it's DG or not, but these next 2 are definitely, like, there's no question that they're DG. This one's being head shy, but it's got an awesome head stamp. But you can just see the color difference between the 2, just much brighter. And after they shed, you're really gonna see it. So far, one of these is already spoken for. This is gonna be my keeper. Just I really love her pattern. So I'm a sucker for busy pattern, but that's definitely Desert Ghost right there. But one of them is spoken for. I'm not gonna mention who it's going to, but it would be, this female would be, if I had to hand pick one for him, it would be this one. Another really beautiful example of a Desert Ghost. So yeah, I think we got three normal Desert Ghosts here. I'm gonna show off some more babies here in a second. And then we hit 1, 2, 3 pinstripe Desert Ghost. I mean, not Desert Ghost, pinstripe het Desert Ghost. So this one is just absolutely nuts. Just look at all that pattern on the spine. Normally pinstripes are really clean on the spine, but look at all that busy pattern. I haven't sexed any of these. I don't like to sex them until after they shed. However, I did sex the Desert Ghost because I needed to look at them for a trade deal that I was becoming a part of. So look at this one. This one's got some busyness going on too. But normally you would expect the dorsal striping to be pretty solid, you know, with a few little specks here and there. But see, like this one is a little bit more typical what I would expect them to look like. But 3 beautiful looking pinstripe het Desert Ghost. Pinstripe was one of my favorite genes when I first got involved, and then I quickly realized that it muddies up a lot of the patterns and a lot of the colors when you combine it with other stuff, especially with pastel stuff. However, when I saw it later on in Desert Ghost, I realized this thing's got a lot of power and a lot of potential. If you get a chance, look up just the Lemon Blast Desert Ghost. It is just absolutely nuts. And you combine anything with the pinstripe in Desert Ghost and it just takes it to a whole nother level. So the last baby is gonna be for sale, only because I already have one and it's a male, but it's a pinstripe Desert Ghost. So this one was on its belly in the egg, so I couldn't tell that it was Desert Ghost right away. But if you compare the two side by side, you can see what the Desert Ghost does, and it's only gonna be more and more obvious after they shed. But see, even just a straight up pinstripe, look at that glow. Whereas a regular pinstripe, they're gonna get brown. That's just gonna get really bright as it ages. So yeah, hit me up, guys. Pretty much for sure all the pinstripe stuff's gonna be available. I've already held back a pinstripe het Desert Ghost female from a few years ago, and she's gonna be ready to breed this coming season. So I don't need to hold on to any of that. I've got plenty of het Desert Ghosts I've already held on to. So pretty much this whole clutch is going to be available with the exception of the regular Desert Ghosts, because those are pretty much spoken for. I may have one more available, I'm not too sure yet. I just got to resex and double check the odds, but I know I have 2 confirmed females and those are already spoken for. So I'll see you guys in the update video when everything's all shed out. So if you guys can on the way out, give the video a thumbs up, get the video a like, and I got one question for you. With this crazy hair, if you had to describe me as a ball python morph, what morph would I be? Let me know in the comments and share this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.